On to predictions for this series. This is going to be interesting. So I thought we'd look at the leading run scorer for both teams, leading wicket taker, a surprise package, a player that could surprise people, and then the series result. So first we'll start with leading run scorer from each team. What do you think, Nash?
For Australia, I think it will be Travis Head, and that will be a poor result for India. Uh,
Oh,
this Indian
it's not
bowling.
nice to speak about your father like that.
Oh, come on. This Indian bowling lineup has the ability and the skill, and they have dealt with Travis Head before to let him score the runs.
Yeah,
I
I
think
know. All
it's
formats,
poor.
bro.
It's absolutely poor, especially if you think about World Test Championship last time, the final.
Yeah, yeah.
Travis Head can't play the short ball. Everyone knows that. He can't survive the short ball for long, and yet it
It's not
took
necessarily the
them.
short ball. It's a particular ball around the under the armpit, I'd say.
Yeah, that's a
That's
short ball.
probably one area. Yeah. Well, I
And
mean, it's got to be pitched the right area, not
yeah,
necessarily above his head or there.
yeah,
It's probably
yeah.
got to be in a particular spot. I know
But
what
it
you mean,
shouldn't
but yeah.
take them long to resort to different tactics if one of them is not working. You can't just keep bowling the same thing for 10 overs, for 20 overs if it's not working. And I've gone on a rant, but yes, Travis said I think for Australia will be the highest run scorer, and then for
Yeah.
India, I it's the hope that kills me, but I'm gonna say Yashasvi Jaiswal. Inside I'm saying Virat Kohli, but I'm going to say Jaiswal.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going Travis Head as well for Australia, but I think Marnus could have a very good series. And hopefully Steve Smith as well. If Steve Smith is leading run scorer, we're in a good spot. But I think it'll be Travis Head, and I think it'll be Rishabh Pant for India. I think he'll counter attack a few times, and I think he'll have a couple of really good
Yeah. Oh,
scores in
yeah,
there.
definitely. I think Rishabh Pant will be close in there. But I think
Yeah.
I said Jaiswal because the this like a five test tour of Australia requires a lot of mental strength, and I think Jaiswal has that. His whole career
He's a good
has,
player.
yeah,
He's a good
his
player.
whole career on and off the field has been a massive test of mental strength, and I think he has the temperament and the mental strength to succeed in Australia.
Yep, yep. I think he's definitely one Australia got to try get the better of early in the series and test his confidence a bit. You don't want him to get off to a quick start because then, yeah, he could be hard to deal with as the series goes on. Okay, on to leading wicket takers. I've gone Pat Cummins for Australia and Bumrah for India. They're safe picks,
Yeah,
but I think they're the two best up there with among the best
yeah,
bowlers in the world, along with like Rabada and co. I think
absolutely. I mean,
those two.
even in the last test series, Pat Cummins had like a crazy, I think, what 20 plus wickets in the test
Yeah,
series, and the next best was like 12 or 13. So,
yeah. He was the
um,
guy that stood out. Yeah.
yeah, Pat Cummins and Bumrah. If Bumrah is not getting the wickets, India is in tough spot already.
Oh man, if Boomer's not getting wickets, that'd be fantastic. But I think given the spice in the Aussie wickets, man, he's going to be tough to handle. So good
Yep.
luck, McSweeney. Good luck, everyone, really. But yeah, I think Cummins and Boomer. Surprise packet.
Um. For Australia, I think it could be. I don't know. It could be maybe English if he gets a game. Um. But
McSweeney
if
could be
not,
a surprise packet. So
I don't
McSweeney could surprise people.
look. I think there's a lot of pressure on him. He's
Hmm.
he's 25. Playing Bumrah in Australia is tricky. Um. But we haven't even spoken about Khawaja yet. But I think Carey or English would be a surprise package for Australia, the wicket keepers.
I agree with you about Carey. I think McSweeney will show some good signs in the series. Fingers crossed. Whether he'll get the massive runs at the average of 50, that's a tough ask for anyone, particularly a guy on debut. But I like the look of him as a player, and I think he will leave a good impression. But I think Alex Carey's the one. I think he's not as rated around the world as he should be, in my opinion. I think he's in great form. And then there's the opinion out there that Rishabh Pant versus Alex Carey is a key battle. And then you see the comments, oh, Rishabh Pant, don't compare the two. Rishabh Pant is way clear. That's not the argument. The argument is that both can have a big impact for their
Yep,
teams.
yep.
It just goes to show that Alex Carey is not really rated by a lot of people. I think he'll
The,
definitely be key in this series.
the thing is, I think uh, a cricketer's or an athlete's career is made by his ability to perform in that one sort of one moment, which will sort of stay in everyone's mind. For Ben Stokes, it's the Headingley one. For Rishabh Pant, it's Gabba last time. For Virat Kohli, it may be there's quite a few. Um, but
Yep.
it's that ability to do that, and I don't think Alex Carey has done that yet.
He
Uh,
has. The last test, Nash, 98 not out in New Zealand. We were in the mud.
yes.
We were
Yep.
in the mud in our last test match there. We were gone. We were on the track. We were
You're
on
right.
course to lose the
Fair
game, and
enough. Fair enough.
he hit 98 not out, and Pat Cummins didn't know he was on 98 and
Fair
hits the winning
enough.
runs. So Alex
Fair enough.
Carey has shown that. So I think he's definitely he's a guy that can definitely surprise people and impact the
Yep.
series in a big way. For India, I think Jurel is definitely one that could
Yeah,
surprise people.
definitely.
He
Definitely
looks a
Jurel.
very good player. Yeah, he
Yep.
looks a very good player that could have a massive series. So those two players, I think, definitely ones to watch. Now on to series prediction, series result. What are you thinking?
I'm saying 3-1 Australia. I don't feel confident, to be honest.
Boo! Put your neck on
I'm
the line. Come on. You're not going to win
even
the
if I
four tests
even if
to go to the World Test Championship final.
definitely not. Even if,
So
like I
just a
said,
reminder to everyone: if India win four Test matches and qualify for the World Test Championship final, Nash will shave his head. He has said this
on camera,
before.
on camera,
Yeah.
on live stream.
Ah, man.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Uh,
got to do it. We got to do it on YouTube live.
um,
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
but yeah, look, I don't think it'll happen, and you know that it won't happen. Everyone knows.
No,
Last
if
two
it does, it's
series,
big trouble.
we won.
Big
Yeah, if it does, Australian cricket has to be built from the ground up again.
Yeah,
Um,
it could be the Ashes,
yeah,
the for Australia India version. It'd
and
be
look,
terrible.
even if I want to stick my neck out, I'll still say 2-2.
Mm,
I
okay.
don't. Yeah, everyone's. I don't think everyone's. No one's counting Sydney Test because everyone knows it's going to rain out.
It's
But
bloody rain. I'm sick of that
yeah,
Sydney
even
test
if
in
I
the
stick
rain.
my neck out, I'm saying 2-2. But I think that's way too ambitious. India might. I really feel confident that India will get a Test match in. I don't know which one. A few of my close friends here think it will be the Melbourne one. Given the history and the pitch suits India as well.
Yep,
So, but yeah, it could end up 3-1 in Australia's favor.
I've got the same
Look,
prediction.
I'm
I've
not
got
happy saying
3-1.
that. I'm
Yeah, I
obviously not
understand. You're
happy
being
saying
real.
that. Yeah.
I've got 3-1 as well to Australia. I'm, as you know me, I'm more on the conservative side, but I think Australia will win this series 3-1. I think there'll be some closely fought test matches, but just the home ground advantage. And for India, no Pujara there. A few question marks about India's batting. I know there's question marks about Australia's, but I think we'll get over the line and get the job done 3-1 and win that Border-Gavaskar Trophy back. We need to win this series in the context of the World Test Championship final as well,
Yep.
because we've got Sri Lanka away after this, two test matches. That's very tough. You don't want to have to go there, try to win 2-0. I don't know if that'll happen. So you got to win, do the business at home against India, which won't be easy. I think there'll be some closely fought test matches, but I think Australia at
It's
home will
going
get
to
it.
be a
We'll get it
cracker
done.
of a contest. We
I
can be
can't
sure
wait.
of that.
Looking forward to it, man.
Yeah,
I've been
four
looking forward
four
to this
days
for
to go.
ages.
4 days to go. 3 days to go.
4 days to go. Yeah, 3 days to go. Not long to go now. I've been building this up for ages on this podcast, and I know in the media here in Australia, there's been a lot of build up about this. It's why the white ball games against Pakistan. Yes, there's been some attention on it, but it's been the big focus on the India series, and we're really looking forward to it. So let us know what you think about our predictions, about our thoughts in this podcast. Whether you agree with us, disagree with us, let us know. Leave a comment. Follow us on @CrickBlogPod on X and Instagram. We post reels from our episode there, and subscribe to CrickBlog TV.
Yep.
And may the best team win. Go the Aussies.
And
Everyone.
the start time I think will be 10:20 local Perth time, which is
So it's
1:20
1:20 here, Sydney and
for
Melbourne time.
Sydney and Melbourne, and then it will be what's that 1:20, so 5.5 hours back, so 7:50 for India.
So instead
Um,
of the 5 a.m. wake ups, you've got the
oh,
7:50 wake ups,
I've
which
done a
is
few
good
of
for
those.
Indian.
I've done a few of those growing up, so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will do dailies. We did that for 2023 series in Border-Gavaskar Trophy. We're going to do that again. He said after every day, we will review the action and then do our reviews after each test match as well. So we'll be all over it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks,
Thank
Nash.
you.
Go the Aussies.